right, Evan Ginsberg back with another edition of Evan Ginsberg's Legends TV. A very special day today. We have the 60th birthday of Steve Ludwig, my beloved co-host, as well as the 50th birthday of Vicky, Mele. And Vicky, tell us what you do here at Madhouse TV. You're an integral part of this.
Everything.
Well, what's everything?
There's nothing we don't do.
Why don't you tell us how it all started before...
It started as a joke, actually. My husband Tom did a podcast with somebody, and they hit it off, and he liked doing it, so he wanted to open a studio. So we opened a studio in my basement, and it just took off. But it was like really hard because we had people coming and going all the time, and we had guests, and you know, it was kind of crazy. So we opened up a studio on the outside, and it just grew from there.
And were you always a tech person, or...?
No, I was nothing. I didn't know anything about this at all. I learned everything as we went along. We bought a piece of equipment, and we figured out how to use it.
Amazing.
That's what happened. All four of us did the same thing.
And tell us who the four are.
Myself, Tom, Mele, my husband, Janine Zarilli, and Tommy Marr.
Wow. And you have, I would say, 20 shows or so? Tell us about what else.
I think we're up to 26.
26 shows, wow.
Yeah.
So give us some idea what else is on here for the fans who only watch.
Spiritual shows, comedy shows, talk shows, any kind of variety shows, music, a little bit of everything.
Awesome, awesome. And where do you hope to take all of this down the road?
You know, just doing it one day at a time. I don't know. I don't know where it's going to end up.
And what is it? What does this mean to you, this experience?
It's really nice because you get to learn a lot of things that you didn't think you would ever be doing, you know? I mean, it's like a whole new field for me. I never did this before, so.
Wow. And you must have met some amazing people,
Oh,
famous
God,
and
yeah.
indie artists. Tell us a little about some of the people you've met here.
God, we've had some of the best people in here and the nicest, and everybody that comes here has nothing but good things to say about the studio. It really makes you feel good when they leave saying, I want to come back, I want to do this again, you know, you people are so great, and I had such a good time.
And tell us about some of the
nice.
names that have come through Madhouse TV.
Well, Tommy's had a lot of famous people on. He's had 10 Years After, Vanilla Fudge, Cactus, Randy Pratt, and all those great music people that I love, that I relate to, because I
remember George Thorogood's Destroyers.
George Thorogood's Destroyers,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. Yeah, these are no slouches.
Yeah, but the other shows have had some great people on too. I mean, everybody has, like Gail King has a lot of great people on because she does a lot of charity work, so she's had some really nice people on.
There you go. And Steve, you're celebrating your 60th, and
Yes, you know,
you're lucky to be here. You had open heart surgery. And
I did just yesterday. I feel much better.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel, you know, actually for my birthday, Evan, my own gift, I said I want to lose 20 pounds by the time my birthday arrives. My birthday is Tuesday, so I have 22 more pounds to go.
Yeah,
I think I gained 2 pounds since I started.
You could do like the boxes. You could try to lose the 22 over the next 2 days and try not to die doing it,
I
you know?
figured out a healthy way to do it. I'm going to lose 7 today, 7 tomorrow, 6 on Monday.
Yeah.
It's healthy and logical. I thought, and I'd be
There
down
you
for
go.
it.
Let me know how you do that. I
Yeah.
want to know.
There you go.
Well, when you come to my funeral, you'll ask my wife, all right?
There you go. And I have a surprise for both of you. We have a celebrity birthday greeting from Lanny the Genius Poffo, wrestler extraordinaire. Check it out, folks.
Hello, Steve and Vicky. My name is Lanny Poffo, and I want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. Woodman, spare this tree. Touch not a single bough. In youth it sheltered me, so I'll protect it now. 'Twas my forefather's hand that placed it near his cot. There, Woodman, let it stand. Thy axe shall hurt it not. That old familiar tree, whose glory and renown are spread o'er land and sea, now wouldst thou hew it down. Woodman, forbear thy stroke, touch not its earthbound ties. Oh, spare that aged oak, now towering to the skies. When but an idle boy, I sought its grateful shade. In all their gushing joy, here too my sisters played. My mother kissed me here, my father pressed my hand. Forgive this foolish tear, but let the old oak stand. My heartstrings round thee cling, close as they bark, old friend. Here shall the wild birds sing, and still thy branches bend. Old tree, the storm still brave, and woodman, leave the spot. While I've a hand to save, thy axe shall hurt it not. That's from George Perkins Morris. And here's one from Joyce Kilmer. I think that I shall never see A poem lovely as a tree whose hungry mouth is pressed against the earth's sweet flowing breast, a tree that looks at God all day and lifts her leafy arms to pray, a tree that may in summer wear a nest of robins in her hair, upon whose bosom snow is lain, who intimately lives with rain. Poems are made by fools like me, but only God can make a tree. Steve, Vicky, happy birthday. God bless us, everyone. Thank you.
Aw.
That's excellent.
There you go. There you go. Celebrity poetry for you two.
Wow,
That
that was
was
very
nice.
nice, Evan.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That
Thanks,
was
Lanny.
There you go. Lanny's
He's the man.
awesome. He's a buddy of mine. And Lanny's done an anti-smoking book for kids. And check out lannypoffo.com for all the details. He's written several books,
Yes.
including poetry books. And very interesting guy. And I was rooming with him for a week last year. We had a bunch of gigs together. So
I bet some great poems came out of that.
oh yeah. He's the man. So Steve, tell us a little about your radio show. How did that all start? Late in life, you jumped into the arts.
Yeah, I was 59 in 3 months.
Yeah.
And actually, thanks to you, you suggested, I have a love of pop culture, you said, listen, I have an engineer for your radio show, legendsradio.net, there you go. And you said, why don't I have my own radio show? So we got in touch with Rick Hendrickson, your engineer, and it's been going great. A couple weeks I'm going to have Melanie, the Queen of Woodstock, whom Tommy Marr saw back in '69. I'm having Susan Cowsill on this Tuesday from the Cowsills. I've had my favorite garage band singer, Question Mark, has been on 3 times already. He is the greatest.
That's right.
I think you described him once as the Mexican Little Richard.
The guy's awesome. I saw him live. He's such a dynamic performer, colorful showman, tremendous. And rather than talk about him, why don't we show him right here, folks? Question Mark and the Mysterians. This is awesome.
I love it more
Question mark. Question mark and the
That was
Mysterians.
definitely good.
Awesome, awesome. And look, I must bring this up. You know, people have these crazy conceptions about age. You started something totally new in your 50s. You started this incredible TV station in your 40s. I believe that it's never too late to follow your dreams, do something new and exciting. What's your take on that, both of you?
Oh, I agree, definitely. I mean, if you're not dead, there's always time.
Absolutely.
I mean, I know it's a cliche too, but really, it is just a number. I still think I'm in my teens or early 20s mentally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I had a little more hair
Yeah.
back then. But really, if you really just don't forget your roots and thinking like a young person, you'll never get old. We'll get older,
Yeah,
but not
I
old.
agree. I mean, your body feels it once in a while. You know,
Yeah.
you realize that you're older, but that's it.
Absolutely. And what goals do you have in the future, Steve? You're about to retire, I believe.
Yeah, I'm a teacher. I've been teaching. This is my 38th year. I'm retiring this June. And next on my bucket list is to make a horror film with your assistance. We're
Yeah,
gonna
that'd be fun.
produce a nice, cool horror movie. It's my favorite genre, so that's next on my bucket list with your help.
I want to be an
Absolutely.
extra in that.
With
I want to be a
starring
zombie
There you
or
go.
something.
Vicky Mele.
We could chase you with
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
Okay.
yeah.
This is it.
You could
now,
scream.
I
Yeah.
can scream.
Now you said it. Everyone's heard. Vicky
Okay,
Mele
I'll do it.
is going to be in the movie.
There you go.
Absolutely.
That would be fun. So I just want to say something. This was on my head as we drove. It's a long drive in here every Saturday. We are in a culture where you worship somebody because they shoot a basketball or hit a baseball. And to me, somebody like Steve, who's been an educator for what, close to 40 years?
Yeah, this is my 38th year.
38 years, who's been married for 34 years, never cheated on his wife. We're announcing this publicly.
That's right.
Never cheated on his wife in
That's good to
34
know.
years.
Just
And,
thought I'd mention that to you,
yeah.
sir.
To me,
Wait a
somebody,
minute, if you did, would you tell?
Having
somebody,
the checks in the mail. Thank you,
Yeah.
my man.
the reason I'm saying this is, to me, you should be a hero. You've influenced thousands upon thousands of kids, you know, over 38 years. And, you know, I think our priorities in society are really warped. I mean,
Well, you know, it's funny how things are kind of related in every way. A former student of mine, I met you through him because he's an award-winning director that you've worked with.
that's right.
Rye Joseph.
Rye Joseph, who does the little intro that we have every
Yes.
week on Legends TV, and he does great work. And he directed Teresa Sario Alive Again, the film I produced. And yeah, we met through Rye,
Yes. And his mom, Mare, great. Oh boy, she's
and
wonderful.
yeah, that's like my sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm saying this from the heart. And Vicky, you know, to do a project like this, and I mean, I've had musicians in their 40s, 50s, 60s come on this show and say, I've never been on TV. And it meant so much to them. You know, to be out there for decades and never get properly acknowledged. And you guys provided this forum, and it really means a lot to a lot of people.
It means a lot to us that we can give people a place to be seen. And not just musicians, but like I said before, the charities and the organizations that can't afford to pay a lot of money to go on TV. I mean, this
Right.
is great for them.
Absolutely. And speaking of charities, I did a interview for British Wrestling Radio, like 6 in the morning today. They're doing a charity for a 12-year-old kid that...
I saw that on Facebook.
Right. So you could check that out all day today, British Wrestling Radio, and a shout out to them. So,
Good for you, Evan.
no big deal. It's just
That's nice.
phone interview.
Well.
So anyway, Steve, why don't you set up the next video?
Oh, sure. Well, on my radio show, I've had the privilege of meeting many people or speak with many people. One of them from Australia, Joe Mandica, and he's been around since 60s, 70s, 80s, and he has a great CD out called The Initiative. Well, anyway, he sent me for my 60th birthday. I'm going to post this on Facebook later. I know we can't see it well, but it says, it's a picture of the Beatles, my favorite group, from EMI Australia. This is a picture of his from 1980. It says, Happy 60th birthday, Steve Ludwig, from Joe Mandica and the Initiative Team, Australia 2014. Really cool. And I'd like thank you so much for letting us play a video from one of the people on the initiative CD, Taylor Penrose. Really great song. One of my favorites on the CD is called Believe by Taylor Penrose.
All right, check it out, folks. Enjoy.
Let go, believe it can happen. Don't give up, believe it'll happen. What comes and goes, but deep you always know you must believe. Slow
We are back. And Steve, tell us about your relationship with the initiative on the other side of the world.
Yes, from the land down under in Australia. My goodness, Joe Mandica has the initiative CD, and through Joe, I met Peter Rector. He has a 60s garage band called the Toll Puddle Martyrs, and he has a band from the 80s called the Secrets. They've been on a few times on the radio show, and people can just check the archives at planetludwig.com. Just, I love the music. It's great pop, rock sensibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have a little surprise for you coming up in just a few moments. the director is indicating.
Oh, Vicky's song? Is that the song?
Oh, I have to dance now?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh.
Jackie Melendez from Star Delights. There she is. There she is. She made this. Actually, I made it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Tell her, I'll be careful. Oh,
That's art. That's not a cake, that's art. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful.
happy birthday, Stevie Lucas. Yes, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jackie. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful.
So we have the rock happy birthday playing in the background. And Jackie, tell us a little about yourself and what went into making that. That's amazing.
God, yeah, it's beautiful.
After coming home from work yesterday and tending to the kids and doing everything, it was easy. For you, it was easy.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. That's great.
All the way straight from Brooklyn.
How long does it take to make something like that?
It's a two-step process, actually baking the cake, letting it cool off, and then doing the frosting, the filling. It takes about altogether maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours.
I just got some on my thumb
You
already,
do
I
that
can tell.
so I've always wanted to learn how to
Yeah.
do that.
Yes.
I can't do it.
A lot of
I'm like,
practicing. My kids loved all the
I'm
extra
sure.
cupcakes and cookies, so a lot of practicing. So,
That is so sweet, thank you.
And tell us briefly about your company.
Star Delights, something that I started out of a hobby, baking for PTA in school, raising money, and I had a few parents that said, I want to buy some of your cupcakes and some of your cakes, and I'm like, then I don't sell them. Well, you should, and that's how I started. So it's been something that I do, that I learned as a child from watching my mom, and my kids watch me, and we do it together. So it's like a little family fun business that we do.
So what did you charge Vicky for this?
Yeah.
I'll tell her later.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. It's really a work of art. And if you put all the ingredients in front of me and a bag full of money, I would never be able to do that. ever. So I'm the
That is a
master of the
work of art.
microwave. That's about it.
Okay.
I know, and that looks perfect. And I know that's not easy. That's really
But
nice.
it's fun. So
It
it's
is, yeah.
even easier because it's fun. Something you like.
And even Jackie coming this morning. I mean, that's so nice of you. Thanks.
Like I
Jackie.
said,
Thank
from
you.
Brooklyn just for you.
Yeah, I mean, the cake alone, but you made it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Jackie is also in showbiz, and you're managing Minnie Deanne, who was on the show a few weeks back. Tell us how that's going.
Great. She had a showcase last night, and she's a little under the weather because of the water, the rain, and everything else. She's a great girl, very intelligent, very creative, and she's writing now. I met her, introduced her to some producers and creating music, and she's writing. So she's doing a lot of different things. I have her all over the place, keeping her busy.
Yeah, you both were great a few weeks ago.
Awesome. So everybody, please give out your contact information. And
Okay. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Star Delights, StarDelights, and my email is stardelightscatering@gmail. And if you want to text me, call me, deliver a cake out in Long Island, I'm available. 718-490-2936. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you. That's
So
it's
delivery
beautiful.
with a smile.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And Vicky, tell everybody about Madhouse TV, how they could tune in, and all the other great shows.
Madhouse TV at AOL.com, and you can go to madhousetv.com to watch all the shows every day of the week except Sunday. But of course, it's internet, so you can pop it on Sunday as well and watch all the archive shows. And Facebook, of course, Madhouse TV on Facebook.
And off the top of your head, what would you recommend? I know that you can't mention all 26.
Oh, it's hard to pick a favorite.
Okay.
I can't.
You don't want them angry at you. Okay, okay.
Of course, Evan Ginsberg.
Thank you.
Saturday morning, absolutely.
Thank you. And Steve, classic pop culture?
Yeah, it's planetludwig.com. And Evan, you're always so giving of everybody. It's legendsradio.com, .net.
Yeah, thank you.
Legendsradio.net for Evan
Appreciate
Ginsberg.
that. Appreciate that.
Best show going.
And next week, right here on Legends TV, we bring back the great Edwin Vasquez, who performed on the Cape Man with Paul Simon and Mark Anthony, and Carlton J. Smith out of China, an R&B ambassador around the world. We're hoping for Cody Mundi from Kid Creole and the Coconuts and Dr. Bazard's original Savannah Band, and wrestler Cue Ball Carmichael, very colorful individual. He's doing a reality series upcoming, from what I understand. So we have like the all-star team next week as well. And coming up in just a bit, we have Erin, Dalton, and Grizel Willams, incredible musicians. They drove all the way from Tennessee, and they had some misadventures along the way. You'll hear it in just a bit, folks. Don't go anywhere. All right on schedule.
Look at, Jackie, this is so
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidisciplinary practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
I am Tom Mele for the Harrison Law Group, and I have been telling you for years that getting involved in an automobile accident is no joke. This is what we do. We're not new at this game. If you've been involved in an accident of any kind and you go to a law firm that says you have no case, it's simple. It's because they can't do it and they don't get it. You need to call us directly at 1-800-INJURY-LAW.
YesWeCare.net is a 501c3 charity that provides help to veterans and their families. Please visit YesWeCare.net and donate in any way you can by purchasing our beautiful framed prints or relaxation CDs and DVDs, even smooth jazz CDs. YesWeCare.net. Remember, our troops are on their way home. They need all the support they can get. YesWeCare.net.
All right, and we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are joined by Erin, Dalton, Grizel, Willams, and you came all the way from Tennessee, and it's been quite the adventure, or misadventure, shall we say. Tell us what's gone on since your ill-fated journey.
You mean this morning?
Yes.
Or life in general. No.
Yeah. What's gone on since when?
Since your guitarist no-showed on you this morning, since the police stopped you, since...
Okay, so... Yeah, we did have to come up with a new set, kind of last minute, which is fine. It's good because it makes you spontaneous.
That's
Makes you
great.
think on your
That's
feet.
great.
But But then we got pulled over. What happened is
That's not so great.
we left the apartment
scary.
of the guitarist, and a few minutes after he called and I picked up. The cop saw me right then.
Oh,
And,
cell phone.
Yeah, I
a
got
real
pulled
thing.
then.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
This ain't no Tennessee.
Yeah, no.
not at all. And she reminded me. She reminded me.
So, do you still love New York, or?
I do.
Oh, okay.
Be surprised.
Okay. And Edwin Vasquez, who's a semi-regular on the show, he loves you, and he raved about you, and that's how we made the connection.
Yeah.
What's your connection with Edwin?
I lived here briefly in Brooklyn, actually. I lived in Brooklyn for about 3 months when I was 20. And Edwin lived directly across the street from where
I've been to
did.
Edwin's place, so yeah, I know where that is. Yeah, nice
directly
area.
across the street, yeah. And Edwin just became a really close friend during that time. And it was a rough few months, and he was a good friend and always really, really supportive of music.
And as a musician, what do you think of Edwin?
I think he's fantastic.
Yeah.
I always brag on Edwin.
He's
yeah,
amazing.
He's amazing.
So I tell people all the time the greatest vacation I've ever had in my life, and I've been around the world, was in Memphis, because I'm a music person.
Oh.
I went down to Al Green's church. I went down to this little tiny club, an R&B legend. Eddie Bo was playing in front of next to nobody, and I just went club hopping, and there was always great music. Memphis is a great town.
I've actually never been to Memphis.
Really? From a different part of Tennessee. Okay.
Opposite side, literally.
All right.
If you look at Johnson City, it's up in the very far northeastern corner of Tennessee.
Oh,
And
okay.
Memphis is at the polar opposite. It takes about 9 hours to get
9
there.
hours, wow, wow.
But I'm sure it's
I never
great.
was good at geography. Okay.
Right. It's a good state for music, actually, because you've
Okay.
got Nashville there, which has
So where you're from, it's more country-ish? Because Memphis is an R&B town.
yeah, and then as you get to Nashville, it's known, I guess, historically for being more country, but there's all kinds of genres in Nashville right now. And then you get on over to Johnson City, up in our area, and there's a lot of bluegrass, a lot of folk.
Nashville. Okay, that's where I
So
was. Okay.
it's a little bit more Appalachian.
I happen to like
folk
bluegrass very much.
Yeah.
David Grisman and guys
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
A
very
buddy
popular.
of mine was a bluegrass player, and excellent.
Yeah.
And tell us a little about yourself. Who are some of your musical influences?
Well, I started out classical
Classical.
when I was 5, and my mother was the church organist.
Oh,
So
okay.
she was my teacher, and my dad is this folk singer-songwriter. He likes to write songs about Appalachian culture, and so I had that. And then my brothers are really into funk and electronic music,
Yeah.
and so
I'm a
kinda
George
just-
Clinton guy.
Yeah?
I love funk, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I kind of had a hybrid of everybody growing up.
That's great. I think that's very important, not to be
Yeah.
limited to one thing.
Yeah.
So we'll hear some of this in your music.
I hope.
Okay. And Grizel, tell us about yourself.
Well, I met Erin at a coffee shop, and I also was trained classically, and I've been playing violin for a while. So we kind of just met, and we were like, let's do music together, and we kind of just...
We worked together at this coffee shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we met.
Yeah. So...
So you've come a long way from this coffee shop. You're now on TV worldwide. So good things come, and you never know where it comes
Took a
from.
really big leap, huh? Yeah.
Big leap.
Yeah, it's kind of intimidating, but that's okay.
All right.
But yeah, so I'm just doing school and working right now.
Oh, that's
So.
that's great. That's great. And we're going to see a little clip from Erin right here, folks. Enjoy.
This is my first recording project. I just wanted the experience of taking my music from here to pen and paper to the studio, and I've never done that before. Because I've been writing for years, but I've never been able to take my projects to a studio.
They slip silent in dark corners.
took a few songs from over the years and just wanted to see what would happen. And so this is the result. And I hope that you enjoy it.
All right.
Nice.
That was
Nice
beautiful.
deal.
We are back, folks, and I know Steve has some questions, and maybe Vicky as well.
Well, Erin, I was on your website,
Mm-hmm.
and you have Roots and Wings, the EP.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I put that out, I guess, 3 years ago. I put that out when I was living in Charlotte, and I'd moved there because I really wanted to record something. I wanted to move to a city, and I wanted to record something. So I just took 4 different songs that I had worked on over probably 4 or 5 years, and then I started building some string arrangements around them and that kind of thing. And then we recorded in a good friend's basement recording studio. Yeah.
That's
It was a lot of fun.
You wrote a musical in school as well.
I did.
She's so tough.
Talk
She
about
can do
well-rounded.
everything. She can do everything. It's crazy.
I did. I studied music composition, and the theater department. They had always wanted to do an original musical. They'd always had to do the classics, and they were a bit unorthodox. They didn't really like doing, the normal thing, and so they asked if I'd join, and I met up with a screenplay writer, and he wrote a script about characters that lived in an office, or they didn't live in an office, they were working in an office, and they wanted to do other things with their lives. That would have been a different musical altogether.
They wanted to live
They
in the
wanted to
I'll
live
write this one down.
wait, okay. I got that.
next. Yeah, and so it was just built around people that they have office jobs, and they want to become rock stars, and they want to be up on the big stage instead. And so it's about, them kind of fighting that.
Sounds
Yeah.
very cool idea.
Yeah. So that's the musical. Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
And we want you to give out any contact information because we want people to support the CD, support you, and help pay for that traffic ticket. So,
That'd be great.
there you go.
So great.
So please give out any contact info.
Yeah, you can find the EP on iTunes. You can find it on my website on erindalton.com.
And spell Dalton.
Dalton.
Like the Dalton gang, like the Outlaws.
The Outlaws.
There you go.
Bob,
All right.
Emmett, and Grat.
All right.
And Erin.
All right.
And so Dalton. And that'll just lead you to the EP that's out. Another album is in the works.
There you go.
Yeah.
Great, great. And we're going to hear live in just a bit a beautiful set of music. Don't go anywhere, folks. You will enjoy this. We'll be right back.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Ludwig. When I was 52 years old, I had quintuple open heart bypass surgery, and I wrote a book about it. It's called See You in CCU. Apart from having my rib cage sawed apart, I experienced temporary loss of memory, depression, and sleepless nights in unbearable pain. A lot of people might think there's nothing funny about that, but I think it all depends on how you look at it. See you in CCU.
For nearly a decade, Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio has featured interviews with the greatest names in the arts and sports. Heard worldwide at legendsradio.net, the program has featured these great musical legends: Ray Manzarek of The Doors, Billy Corgan of Smashing Pumpkins, Judy Collins, Roberta Flack, and many more. Stars from movies, TV, and comedy have included Jenny McCarthy, Wayne Brady, 30 Rock's Judah Friedlander, Shelley Berman, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, David Allen Greer, and Paul Mooney. Stars of pro wrestling and MMA include Bruno Sammartino, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Superstar Billy Graham, and Frank Shamrock. Co-hosted by renowned journalist Dr. Mike Lano, Legends Radio is heard Wednesdays 7 p.m. to 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard. We are archived 24/7 with hundreds of hours of classic interviews. Legends Radio also features the best in indie music, showcasing talent deserving wider exposure.
I'm from Brooklyn, baby. Don't forget the gravy. We are soldiers.
You missed the birth of your mother and father. Don't you dare miss Evan Ginsberg's Legends Radio.
Time for a very cool set from Grizel Willams and Erin Dalton.
Spring. You said you would love her in the dark. Who can love in the dark when we're all exposed in the light? Someone we're at a loss for words, and we're losing ground. I need you to just sit here with so few words. Just stay and light when the light's on. broken, humiliated. Unsure, God, don't we hate it when our walls fall down? So if you just sit here when there's a loss of words and we all lose ground, please just stay here with so few words. Just stay and love when the lights on. Loss of words and we're just losing ground. Please just stay here with so few words. Just stay and love when the lights on.
All right, I'm going to do a solo, and these are all brand new, by the way. Okay.
She's a ghost in the window, a vacant stare you perceive. Can your feet carry your past? It's an empty booth, but you still feel the need to leave. These choices you have made, they say you can do and forget, but all these hotel rooms are film reels and imprints are in the bed. Hey, hey. Oh. Raise a glass to your lovers, the ones who are going in the way you will see tonight, and put them on a plane to Paris, and put them on a plane to Paris, with that same face you've worn for years. Raise a glass to your lovers, the ones who are going in the way you will see tonight, and put them on a plane to Paris, and put them on a plane to Paris. Raise a glass to your lovers, the ones who are going in the world you will see tonight. with that same face you've worn for years. All right, we've got one more. Lost you to this illness. The medicine turned you into something else. I don't understand, but I try to. I'm still trying to. I hang up or return my head, and I lie 'cause I can't accept boats going down, and I don't know who to say. How long we've been here, how to be brave when one of us should stay on board, the other make their way to the shore. And damn, this I would for not staying afloat. I lost you to the circus, and I watched as you turned into something else. These crowds travel through, you were tired of all you knew. Come along, boys, we're all going down anyways. This boat's going down, and I don't know who to say. How long we've been here, how to be brave when one of us should stay on board, the other make their way to the shore. Would you write when you think of this? Would you write when you think of this? And cast it to the sky. This boat's going down, and I don't know who to say, or how long we've been here, or how to be brave when one of us should stay on board, the other make their way to the shore. And damn, this I would for not staying afloat.
Thank you. Thank you all.
fucking heart-wrenching.